So let's jump right into it, guys. What do you think? Let's start with the NBA.
It's been a crazy playoffs, and I'm really excited to talk about the Hawks versus Bucks because last night's game was absolutely crazy.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy.
Last night changed my whole Trae Young analysis.
Damn, he's a cocky little guy. He walks the walk, though.
My thing with Trae was I always felt like he was just... I don't know. There was just something about him that I was always telling you. There was just something about him like I didn't like, and I thought he was getting overhyped. And then last night to do that and to win your first 3 road playoff games, like he's 1-0 in all 3 of those. I mean, to put 48 on the Bucks, I mean that's crazy, man.
48 piece. Wow.
Last night was really crazy watching that game.
It's unbelievable. Like I was just sitting there, like, are they gonna do something to try to stop him? Because like,
if he goes to the finals,
take open shots on the perimeter all night.
And then when he did the shimmy, that was it for me. I'm like, okay, I'm in on him.
All disrespect.
I was like, I'm in.
It was great. Loved it.
It was wild.
And he made it.
It was wild, disrespectful, but I love that shit. Like, honestly, that's why I'm a big Trae fan because like he's like that.
He's having fun.
Yeah, he walks the walk.
He loves to go against the crowd, and I love that. That's the kind of player I like.
I think my issue with Trae Young is when he was playing against the Sixers, I wanted him to do bad, and I kept waiting for him to fail, and he just wasn't.
He came up when it mattered most. I think the Sixers did the best job of limiting him, though, for sure. There's no one else that's been able to this point.
I mean, he was still hanging 25, 30, and 36, I think, or something like that. I mean, he's putting up like ridiculous numbers. Not for your first run in the playoffs. I mean, it really is remarkable, man. He's starting to get into that category where they're going to start saying that the Mavericks lost that trade.
Well, look, they already shocked the world. I mean, he's just teeing off every game. He literally just teed off. Like 48 points, guys. That's just insane.
And what did I say the other day when we were talking about it? That I thought the Bucks, I thought that they would get out of there in 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 max. That's not happening.
I told you.
That's not happening. That's just not happening.
Before the playoffs started, right? I said, watch out for Trae Young. I did.
You did.
I did.
To your credit, you did.
I did. He could shoot.
He did. He said that.
He rallies his troops. Hats off to him. But what do you think about last night's game? Do the Hawks have a shot to actually go to the finals, or was it just a game 1 blimp for the Bucks and they can rally back and just dominate after that?
Going back to one thing that we talked about before, Mike Budenholzer, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with that guy.
Terrible.
Again, I feel like he got outcoached again by Nate McMillan.
So disappointing.
It's unbelievable. It really is. I mean, granted, Chris Middleton was 0 for 9 from 3, I think, and Drew Holiday had 33. So, I mean, Drew has 33, Giannis has 30. It's just like...
Major bounce back for Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton was definitely the guy that kind of held them back, I'd say.
I mean, even if he makes 2 of those...
Not his usual line, 15 points, they expect at least 20,
what was
25.
What did he shoot from the field, without threes?
Last night, 6 of 23.
Yeah, like that's horrible.
That's not going to cut it.
6 of 23?
6 of 23. 0 for 9 from 3.
How many points did he have? 15?
15.
So he took 23 shots and had 15 points.
He was a minus 13 last night on the court.
Yeah, that's horrible.
He was a liability.
And this is on a night where Giannis made 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
I know.
I mean... this is a game they win 9 times out of 10, right?
Except when it's in the playoffs and your coach has to make adjustments. But
I guess so.
He can't do it. I don't understand it. I don't understand
it's the most
it.
puzzling thing.
I will say, though, I think the Bucks, they're going to bounce back. I mean, look, if it took Trae 48 points to beat the Bucks, is that going to happen the whole series? Probably not. I mean, think about it. A lot of his shots were like those teardrop shots where
He's doing it from the free throw line.
Exactly. And he just floats it in there. They're going to have to button that up.
But the only thing that I'm just like a little thing that has me worried with the Bucks is they only beat the Nets because they got injured. And like the Hawks are a full squad. So I don't know. It was just a weird game. I didn't expect it. Like I expected the Bucks to really handle the Hawks.
What's your pulse on this series, guys? Like, what do you think's going to happen now after that surprise win by the Hawks? What do you guys think?
I think Game 2 is a must-win for the Bucks. Obviously,
yeah,
definitely a must-win. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to overreact, but like
a must-win.
Oh yeah, they can't go down 0-2 and then go back to Atlanta. I think that's a problem.
It's a must win.
I don't know
mean,
if they could. I don't think they could overcome that.
They're at home, so I mean, yeah, it is kind of a must win.
Yeah, I don't think that they're the type of team that could fight back from an 0-2 hole. Like I said, they did it against Brooklyn, but that's kind of a different story.
Well, it's different because they're going to be on the road in game 3 and 4, whereas they were home.
They were going
3
back
and 4.
home.
Right.
That's what I mean. So it's a little bit different of a scenario. I just don't think that they're that mentally tough team to be able to do that, like the Clippers or, So it's I don't know. That series just got really interesting after last night.
Yeah, and I think what also hurts the actual Hawks team is Bogdanovich's knee. He just didn't look himself. He looked like he was half speed. He was just shooting.
But the thing is too is what I was touching on with Mike Budenholzer. Brook Lopez is probably not playable again.
He was horrible.
They were running him off the floor.
I know.
So I don't really know. And if they go small, the problem is now you're playing into the Hawks game because now you can get John Collins to be able to get down low and do his thing. So it's really tough. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like coaching adjustments, I don't know if I trust the Bucks to be able to do that. And like I said, maybe I am overreacting. We'll find out soon. But those are just things that I was watching, and I'm just like, okay, they might be in a little bit of trouble.
I'll give you guys a prediction. I'm gonna start by saying this though. Nate McMillan's performance since taking over this job is one of the best we've ever seen.
36.
This is insane.
36 and 15.
This team did not belong anywhere near the conference finals. This is crazy. The way they're playing, their resilience. I mean, I'm not going to count them out of this series. I think I was dismissing them personally. I think I was going with Bucks in 5 originally.
I thought they were going to lose to the Knicks.
And I thought that was, originally that's how I felt too.
I had the Knicks in 7.
I had Hawks in 7, but
you still
didn't
all what
feel
I'm
good.
doing. So I don't know what to say anymore.
Like I'm thinking where I'm leaning now as of this minute is Bucks in 6, but I really do think man, if the Hawks can just take care of business at home, I mean that they're up 3-1 if that happens.
I think if it's 2-2 going into game 5,
Bucks take it.
Yeah. I feel like the Hawks already stole one. But if they lose tomorrow, the Hawks, and it's 1-1, and they go back to Atlanta and they win both, the Bucks are in trouble.
So I'm going Bucks in 6, subject to change.
Yeah.
What do you guys say, Nick?
I'm gonna go Bucks in 7. I got the Bucks going to the finals along with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers, it's not looking too hot right now, but that was my before the playoff prediction. It was Clippers versus Bucks. I had Clippers taking it home, so I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm taking the Bucks.
Your bracket's looking nice, brother.
Oh, it's looking great. I've been really good this playoffs.
I know.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, you haven't picked the wrong series yet.
You're right.
I mean,
I know.
he took
You had
the
the
Hawks.
Hawks over
Hell.
the Knicks. You had the Hawks over the Sixers.
I got free dinner for this man.
Here we go.
I need to get in on this stuff.
Thank you.
Maybe we need to mooch
Thank
off of
you
Mike.
so much.
I know.
It was the best dinner of all time. Too.
I know.
It was great. It was delicious.
Yep, it was. I know. Can we go to the next segment, please? Can we speed this
You
up,
saw the
please?
steam coming off the food as
Yeah.
it got delivered. It was great. It was
Yep.
it just,
Mike,
It was a beautiful buffalo chicken wrap. It really was. It was beautiful. The fries with the honey
The fries.
mustard. It was great.
I'll bail you out, Mike,
It's a
as soon as
slapper.
you give us a prediction. Give us your prediction right now.
Right now,
This series. What do you think?
Hawks in 7.
I like it. I like
Man,
it.
I like it too.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are. I mean, it's pretty crazy to me to think the Hawks are going to be in the finals. But I mean,
I can't believe this right now.
I mean,
Hawks.
I'll be honest with you. John Collins is looking like a star.
But here's
Yeah.
and we're going
And we're going to talk about him later.
Yeah.
The craziest thing for me is too. I actually found myself last night rooting for the Hawks, and I don't know why. It was
too.
Trey Young. I was actually watching him, and I'm like, damn, bro, go off. I was really rooting for him. It was just wild.
It's funny you say that. I actually shot you a message last night, and I was like, yo, I'm weirdly rooting for the Hawks. I don't know why.
And I texted him right back. I was like, so am I. I'm enjoying watching Trey Young play. I'm telling you, when he did the shimmy for me, I'm like, okay, that's it.
I was rooting for the Hawks, but I have the Bucks going to the finals. It was weird. I don't know why.
I think everyone takes pleasure watching the Bucks lose because they just constantly disappoint every single year. So I expect it,
I just
and
never
I
trust
enjoy
them.
it
I don't
too.
trust them.
Yeah, I don't.
I
trust
never.
them
I never
at
do.
all.
I don't. I mean, I just don't.
You probably don't trust him because Giannis just doesn't have a jump shot. So it's
yeah, he
not
can't do
like,
anything.
He's not even the
Exactly.
problem right now. He's actually
not
playing
him,
really
yeah.
well.
No, he's playing awesome.
6 of
Yeah.
8 from the free throw line. Like I'm just like
You can't wait. You can't waste those type of performances
No.
from him.
He's
This is
answering the
crazy.
bell, and I gotta
Yeah.
tip my hat to him along with Trae Young. Because everybody slept on him.
I called out Giannis.
Unfortunately, though, Giannis gets the blame because he's a superstar. So he gets all the blame when they lose. That's
He
just how it
shouldn't
works.
this time.
Of course.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, you know.
If you're the CEO of the company, right, and it goes to shit, obviously you're gonna get the blame, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. He runs that.
I
team.
think that, I mean, my biggest issue is the coach.
Yeah.
He's to me the number one blame, but I mean that's a different topic for a different day.
Well, Nate McMillan is a really good coach because he allows his
awesome,
players
man.
to be themselves.
He's awesome. Man.
He does.
really is.
He does. You know how many times, like, if he had like a Greg Popovich, you think Trae Young is doing the shimmy?
No.
Let's be real. But he's allowing
Probably
him to
not.
be himself. That's what makes him great because he's comfortable.
It's rhythm.
It's rhythm. He's being himself. He's playing basketball. He's having fun. He's not under these strict.
He's walking up and down the court, smiling, taking bows and stuff, and I'm like,
Screaming at fans.
Damn,
and
man.
yelling at the refs.
Yeah,
and
like, he's really here.
He's just a free spirit, and I salute that, and that's why he's balling right now. And
yeah, man, I'm a Trae Young guy.
yeah,
Let's see how this goes, guys.
yeah, I'm excited. Let's
let's
move
move
on to Suns and Clips. Suns are up 2-0 in the series. They play Game 3 tonight.
It's over.
Tonight, 9:00. It's in L.A.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. They go up 3-0 tonight, and I think it's over.
Chris Paul's coming back,
Yeah,
so
it's
that's a huge deal.
And I
That's a
don't
huge
think
deal.
Kawhi can play no matter what. If he's got a hurt knee. I don't see it.
I'll take the Clippers tonight. I think they're going to win tonight and make it really interesting.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, obviously, like, I'm taking the Clippers. I'm taking Clippers.
Well, you have to ride with them.
I have to. Oh,
It's
okay.
over though.
I was riding with them too because of my bracket, but just watching the Suns right now, they're the champions. They're
I
going to
could
win the
I could switch my
championship.
picks constantly now though because I've been wrong on every single series. I haven't picked one series yet.
I want to stick with my Clippers pick here, but I just don't know if I can. I will. You know what, Nick? I'll go with you. I'm going to say Clips win tonight. They make it interesting because they've been a resilient group. They've been playing well at Staples Center recently, so I'll take them for the win tonight. But series, I'm really like, it would take all of my strength to take the Clippers right now. The Suns just look so damn good.
They're good, man.
They
They
look
look
so
head and shoulders
good.
better than everyone.
I mean, they do, but if you look at the scores from the last 2 games, it was relatively close, and they were in Phoenix. That's why I think the Clippers are going to have some confidence going in this game, and I think they're going to win this game, and I think Game 4 could be really interesting. That's going to be the series right there.
Yep.
Game 4 is going to be the series.
The thing is, though, I was watching First Things First this morning, and Nick Wright said it too. They've played 16 games in the last 32 days. That's
Wow.
a lot.
That is a
Fatigue
lot.
could be setting in a little bit.
That's what he was saying. Like he just thinks that they're totally out of gas, and I agree. Because, like I said, they're hurt, and Chris Paul's coming back on rest.
But
It wasn't like he had anything.
These games were so close, though. Like I can't just dismiss them.
Without
but
Chris
I'm not
Paul.
going to ignore what the Suns are doing right now. What they're doing is phenomenal. But I think, yeah, the Clips will respond.
You could make an argument that Monty Williams and Ty Lue are the top 2 coaches in basketball.
And I'm not going to argue with you.
You could probably make that case. To be honest, you really can. I mean, that's awesome, man. This has been the best playoffs for basketball I've ever watched in my life.
I've been enjoying it because the parity in the league. Like, I don't know who's going to win. I enjoy
And
that.
it's never like that for basketball.
Yeah, because before it
Never.
was like Golden State, it was the Cavs, it was the Lakers,
The Heat.
it was anywhere LeBron or Curry, it was always them. Now somebody's going to get their first ring, and that's what's really exciting about this. Because you got CP3 never won,
That's who I'm rooting for.
Trae
now.
Young,
I want the
too.
Suns to win.
Giannis, and Paul George.
It would probably be really good for the league if a small market team won it. Just because now that doesn't normally happen in the NBA.
Right. I mean, I kind of almost gravitate towards the Suns right now, too. I would love to see them win. Monty Williams, another Sixers transplant. You got Chris Paul with no ring, like you said. Mikal Bridges, Nova guy. I'm supposed to hate Nova.
Thanks, Sixers.
I'm a Temple guy, but
Sixers traded him.
yeah, I can't believe he's not a Sixer. Imagine what he'd be doing on that roster right now.
Who did we trade him for?
Zaire Smith.
Yeah, I thought so. It's
A lot of upside, right?
yeah, a lot of.
Is he ever
upside.
going to crack the lineup?
A lot of upside. He went to the G League. after he broke his foot. And then didn't he get a second injury? And that's why they put him in the G League for his what's it called? His rehab.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there.
He said a lot of upside, but he's in the G League.
It's unbelievable. I don't understand it. He's got a lot of upside. He's on JV.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Meanwhile, Mikal Bridges is literally one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league already.
And he wanted to play for the Sixers. I remember when they traded him on draft night.
Of course.
His mom was excited in the stands and stuff. It's crazy, man. It really is.
Poor management. That's what I call it.
I'm used to it, though, because I'm a Philly fan. So I'm used to them just doing stupid shit always.
What was that? That was under the Colangelo regime, right?
Yeah,
Because I have trouble talking about his name. That whole regime, oh my God, the NBA forced it on us. I can't get over it. I'm a Hinkie guy. I will always be a Hinkie guy.
He was the best.
He sacrificed.
He died for their sins.
He died for their sins, is right.
Who was... Hinkie's last year was what year? Who was Colangelo's first pick? Was it Fultz? Colangelo, I think, was the one who traded out of 3 to get Fultz.
It was him, yeah. That was Colangelo who did that. I don't know if it was his first draft.
Speaking of Fultz, so...
You want to go right into that?
I was actually looking on eBay the other night, and I was just curious. I was looking at John Collins. I'm looking to invest in him. I think he's a beast. I think next year you can...
He is.
His stock's going to rise.
He's the man.
He's been really improving almost every year. I mean, he looks really good.
Every game.
He looks great. Like the playoff is not even getting to him. Like he looks comfortable. So it was funny you mentioned Markelle Fultz, right? So I was going on eBay and I noticed that his Prism PSA 10 prices, card number 1, 2017 Panini Prism, Markelle Fultz rookie PSA 10 card number 1 was going for $80 to $100. And I looked at the population of it, it was 516, right? So then I looked at John Collins, and I'm looking at 2017 Panini Prism, John Collins rookie PSA 10 card number 109, and I noticed it was going for like $55 to $70. And I'm like,
what?
And I'm like, what? And it has a population of 594, which is a little bit more than Markelle Fultz, but that's very like super minor in the grand scheme of things. I just found it interesting that Markelle Fultz was like almost the same price, if not more, than John Collins.
When
Get the hell out of here.
He texted me that last night, and I was thinking about it. I was looking on Google and just looking up stuff, and I cannot figure that out for the life of me. Like, it makes no sense. I don't understand.
My jaw just dropped. Are you kidding me?
Unless they're just totally down on John Collins, which I don't know why.
How?
But at that point, then you're saying you're high on Markelle Fultz. And like I said, Markelle was playing. He was playing all right before.
He improved his game.
Yeah, he had 12 or 13, averaging 12 or 13 before he tore his ACL. But I mean, to have them in the same conversation is crazy.
I can't even believe this right now. I can't believe it. That's stunning.
Weirdest thing ever when he texted me that.
Yeah. So for all the listeners out there, buy up John Collins in the offseason. I mean, at $70, you can't beat that. And I see this price going to at least $150 in the offseason.
Easily.
Especially if they make the finals.
If they make the finals,
it's and they win a game or two, and he has a 20, 25 point night in one of those games.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they lose and he has a strong Eastern Conference Finals, I think it would be the same result because the hype that's going to get built up right before the season starts in October.
Oh my God, you're going to double your money.
Because now, next year, when they start doing predictions and all that, and they got all this experience under their belt that's invaluable, the Atlanta Hawks next year, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be good.
I was saying to you guys, I thought that they were going to be scary, like 1-2 years, add a couple more pieces.
That's what I was saying.
Scary.
That's what I was saying
now.
earlier. I know.
They're scary now.
It was just interesting to me because, I mean, Markelle Fultz coming off an injury, and he's like the number 1 pick. Like, he's regarded as a bust. Let's call it what it is. He's a bust, right?
Yeah.
Which is whatever. He's still in the league. Good for him. He's got a job and stuff like that. I'm not downgrading that. But usually, like, when you're investing in a player, he's got to have some, like...
oomph.
Yeah.
Go for the
oomph.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but he needs that oomph.
Yeah, he's got to have the juice, right?
Yeah.
He's got to have some juice. But, like, if you're already in people's heads as, like, regarded as a bust, it's probably not a good, smart investment unless he goes bananas next year, which I don't see.
Nah.
I mean, he's on the Magic.
I was going to say the Magic are terrible. I think they just got a new head coach, right? They fired their coach, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I can't think of the name. You want to look that up?
Yep.
But yo, Nick, actually, this might be a good time to get right into the next card conversation. Aiton Collins. What do you think? I mean,
I have a question for you guys. I've been tossing and turning about this. John Collins or DeAndre Ayton? So DeAndre Ayton's prices right now, they are currently going for, check this out. Before the game, right? Before the game winner that he hit, which was beautiful, by the way. That pass was ridiculous.
shout out Brett Brown. Shout out Brett Brown, guys. That was his play.
Yet. The Magic didn't hire anyone yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Who wants that job?
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, for real.
So going back to that, right? So I was looking at DeAndre Ayton's prices before that game, before the dunk, the buzzer beater.
Yeah.
And they were $100 a piece. His PSA 10 card number 279, 2018 Panini Prism, DeAndre Ayton rookie card. It was going for $100. And then I looked after the game, after that buzzer beater, it went up 25%.
Damn.
In a matter of seconds.
Hype.
Like 25% in an instant. So now they're floating around 125, 135 ish, depending, give or take, right? Depending on if there's bidding or buy it now offers and stuff like that. So I just find it really interesting, but I'm really tossing and turning. Like, I think DeAndre Ayton is a beast.
You know my answer to that.
Yeah.
Like I like watch him and I'm like, yo, he's really good.
He could do everything.
Yeah, he fits that team so well.
Because he's a center and he plays like a center.
Right, exactly.
He's just scratching the surface. Honestly.
I know.
He plays his part.
Yeah, like a sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
He is though. I've been saying that since the beginning of the year. I love DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, Nick, when you first mentioned that subject, like, man, that really got me thinking. That's a really good question. Who would you take? I mean, are you talking short term, long term, or both?
Let's talk short term. So say Suns and Hawks in finals, right? Say their prices are Ayton's going for 150, John Collins is going for 100, and then the all season breaks. Now their prices are 150 and 100. In the off season, they rise. You got hype, progression on the player. People are excited to watch them, and next year growing, to be a better player. Because usually they get better. They don't regress at this age.
Yeah.
They're young. I mean, 2018.
Unless you're Ben
2017.
Simmons.
Yeah, well, that's.
We'll be getting to that.
We'll
Don't
get to
you
that.
worry.
We'll get to that very shortly. But I just, for me, it would have to be John Collins
On the short?
on the short
Wow.
because I think he's cheaper.
Well, you think you could probably get more return on your investment?
I think I could.
Right.
So like say I bought 10 John Collins rookie cards, PSA 10s, for $100, right? And I'm $1,000 into it. I think that card's doubling in the off season. Personally, based on my experience in the last year and a half, I've been kind of really sinking my teeth into the eBay world. Based on my experience, that's going up 2.5x.
My thing with those two is I kind of feel like right now they're the same player in terms of they're both young and they're rising. So I don't really feel like right now I feel like it's really difficult to say that, to lean either way. Like I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Like to me, I would only be thinking about a long-term investment.
It's a tough
Like
one.
I said, it's DeAndre
It
Ayton
is.
in my opinion. But for the short-term flip, like I don't really know. I don't really have a strong feeling left or right.
It's tough.
At all.
It's tough.
I'll give you my take. I'm thinking this way. Even though Collins is cheaper to buy right now, and yeah, that's kind of shouts like, oh, return on investment's looking pretty good. They're both going to go up. This
Sure,
season.
I 100%
But
believe that.
I'm going to say this: with the Suns being the favorite, with that alley-oop game winner, I think the Suns are getting a lot more buzz right now. I think that
Yes.
they're probably going to win the championship as of this minute. I think that Ayton's going to be the better short-term guy because he's going to be on that team and he's likely going to make some noise, right? Long-term, though, I kind of lean John Collins. I think he's got a higher ceiling of the two. I think they
Really?
both got a really high ceiling, but I think John Collins fits the current landscape of the NBA better. I think he's built better for this game.
That's interesting.
That's not a slight to Ayton either, because I think he'll be able to play a traditional center because he's so athletic.
So let me ask you a question. If the Suns win the finals, does that kind of scale back teams trying to build three-point powerhouses? Does the game get a little bit more traditional because they just won in the traditional manner?
I think that a team won't ignore a really good center in the draft, but I'm still thinking that three-point shooting and that, whatnot, that's not going to change anytime soon. That's just how the game is.
I think it's evolved to.
I just think
for
Ayton
that.
he's just a unique player to me.
Because he's so athletic.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not injury prone.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't shoot threes, but again, I don't want my center doing that.
And he don't need to shoot threes. The thing that makes him unique is he can actually go out and guard on the perimeter, and he can
'Cause
run
he's
the
so
he can
long,
run the
dude.
floor. Like,
Whoa.
My fault.
oh,
Family.
As soon as I said that, I'm like,
Huh?
pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, pause on that. No, I watch John Collins. He's just like into the game. Like he's always around the ball.
A dog.
He's always around the ball. But like with those two players' comparisons, it's actually for me what makes it hard is the co-stars on that team. You got Trae Young with Collins, and then you got D Book with Ayton. Like they're gonna overshadow them all the time. So for me, it's like I don't know,
That's exactly what I'm talking
but
about.
that's the thing though. Like, I can see John Collins becoming like a legit star number 2 guy.
Do you think he's better than Cam Reddish?
Cam Reddish. Wow.
Because he's not even playing.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, to me, if Cam comes back and he's really good, John Collins might get a little suffocated.
That's a really tough question. I mean, kind of feel.
And the other guy, Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah, he's hurt too.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
The Hawks are good. The Hawks are a really good team.
They are. They got a lot of pieces on their team that fit the mold really well.
They'll probably have some cap space too. I mean,
they're all on early deals.
Do they become an attractive free agency destiny? Because
maybe it's a basketball.
I would
city.
lean yes.
It's probably a basketball city. The A.
Yeah.
Gotta go play for the A.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
yeah, see you in EA.
When he was yelling that to the Knicks fans,
I
I'm
love
looking at
that
him, I'm
shit,
like,
dude. That was real.
I'm like, this dude is crazy.
That's when I fell in love with him.
and he
I'm
backed
like,
it up. He
I'm
backed
like,
it up
I
since
love
that
it.
moment.
Oh, I took pleasure in watching the Knicks suffer. I loved it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
loved it.
Absolutely.
I don't care that they improved this season. I'm happy to dump on them anytime, any day. Good for you, Trae Young. Good for you.
They lost, right? He walks off the court. See y'all in the A.
Does anybody else find it funny too? After the Knicks beat them, they won one game and started screaming, "We want Brooklyn," and then lost in 5.
We want Brooklyn.
We want Brooklyn.
Real bold.
When I was at the Sixers game,
You sure?
when they played Washington, I was at Game 4, and or Game 5, whatever. And I'll never forget. They started chanting, "We want Brooklyn." I was with my brother-in-law, and I'm like, me and him looked at each other, and we're like, "We don't want Brooklyn. Stop chanting that."
Yeah, we're good.
I want the worst team possible.
Can we just get through this series? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember saying too. Actually, me and him were saying, we're like, "No, we want Atlanta. We want Atlanta."
Because this is the Sixers. Don't forget.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Sixers, for that. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching that clip of the Psychotic and Iconic Sports Podcast. If you want to watch the full episode, it is available on our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to get updated when we drop new heat. Be sure to check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We will be releasing an episode every Friday at 8 a.m. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time at P&I.